Hey church, I want to encourage you as the climate and the calendar is changing to consider where you might hit reset on the spiritual priorities that God would have for your life. One of the things that I appreciate about the Jewish calendar is that built in with the year, there are these moments where God's people would pause and remember God's deliverance, pause and remember God's provision, pause and remember the promises and the truth that God had delivered to his people. In fact, weekly there was built in on the Sabbath day to pause and remember that God is the provider and that he has made provisions for our life. And that invites us into Sabbath rest. In the Western world, we don't really have this built into our calendar. What we have built into our calendar are these moments where we pause and we remember personal and professional priorities and goals for our life. And so as we step into January, we oftentimes remember the personal goals that we would have, and we set personal New Year resolutions, and we see bestsellers that allow us to maximize our efficiency and embrace new disciplines, all of which are good and have value. We even in the spring see these headlines begin to speak to personal physical health, where we're supposed to embrace habits that would give us a beach bod as we prepare for summer. And then in the fall, we again have these moments where we hit reset on educational and professional priorities. Now, I'm not in a position to change the calendar in the Western world. And so what I would encourage you to do is what I attempt to do in my own life. And that is look at these natural moments where we're hitting reset in our life on personal and professional goals to remember the spiritual priorities that God would have for us. And in the coming weeks, we're going to provide tools for you to hit reset in your life on the spiritual priorities and goals that God has for his people. Because I know that scripture's clear and that Jesus was clear when he said, seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all that other stuff he promises to take care of.